Hello everybody, my name is Dude and welcome back to Asagao Academy. We were being teased with, that is mean, Satch. That is mean. You don't tease me with fucking ice cream that I may or may not like. Or I probably like. And apparently Hana is just like, oh, yeah, that is Hana. Okay, I forgot for a second because I haven't played this in forever. But it looks like Hana is just as pissed as I am about this. We studied for a while, Satch quizzing me on subjects, but explain to me the fall of Tokugawa shogunate in 3 sentences or less. Shit went down. It was horrible. Shit blah 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 fell. I don't know. That was something they hadn't even taught us yet. Oh no, that's not quite. Okay, what's the third law of thermodynamics and what famous short story is it present in? The hell? Satch chuckled. Entropy? No? No. Okay, what is the chemical composition of granite? Satch, these questions are way harder than anything we've ever learned. Of course they are. You don't study above your level, how will it ever get easier for you? That's not fair! You should read ahead of the book you're reading, not like kind of say it, you know? Like, 1 chapter ahead. Be 1 step ahead, but not much further. At least. I don't know. I didn't study much either. Stop laughing. I'm really frustrated. Oh, that's not what I'm laughing at. It's really cute. Shut your face. He handed the popsicle to me.
Right on.
Here, you've been working hard, so you deserve it. You just gave me this because I was cute, didn't you? No. You definitely deserve it for your hard work. I didn't know any of the shit you asked me, dude. You're a terrible liar. I tried not to. He bent down to that desk compartment and pulled out another frozen treat. A vanilla cone covered with chocolates and nuts. Oh! He got a drumstick! Satch got a drumstick! I want it! What do I get for answer? I'll eat with you. Oh. Okay, so I get the bar thing, you get the good shit. Well, alright then, fine. Mine better not have coconut in it. So I'm not a fan. Also, I may or may not... No, I'm not allergic, I haven't gotten a reaction from coconut yet. Anyway. Got out of his desk and stretched, and I did the same. Instead, we moved to the couch, which I collapsed into with a small sigh. So, Satch, how's your VR machine going? Oh, it's going okay. Wish I had more time to work on it. I feel like I'm so close to some kind of major breakthrough, but what with things? I've been so distracted. Things? What do you mean, me and my? He's searching the grounds, the books? How hard his job has gotten? Helping me study? As I went over the possible causes, I realized just how much Satch had to deal with because of me, and how much he was helping me. And I thought I was supposed to be helping him. Hey, don't make that face. It's not your fault. I think it might be partly my fault rather than entirely my fault. I mean, we had good intentions. You don't want to, leave Satch hanging, you know? At least be a test subject. So, why are you making it? Is it your dream? Well, I guess because I was curious. I had some ideas I wanted to try out. It's related to my dream. I wanted to be able to make a living being creative. I'd like to explore how creativity works, the construction of ideas and mechanics, how they all work together and with the human brain to create something new. Fuck yeah! Do it! Fucking do it! Well, you're probably already doing it now. In which case, fuck yeah! Keep doing it! I want to do that too. I'm not technologically savvy enough to make a VR machine. I don't think real Satch is either, but maybe? I don't know. There's an open source VR thing, maybe he could be a developer for it or something. Right now, yes, finishing this machine is my dream. What's yours then? I bet my lip. It wasn't something I liked to talk about, but for some reason, I wanted to tell Satch. Maybe it was because I felt he was sincerely interested, or because he wouldn't judge me. But I could trust him, definitely. I was bullied a lot at my old school, but my former best friend and my friends, they would do horrible things. Eventually, they did something so bad that it crossed the line. Put my hand to my hair. Somewhat self-conscious, then fingered the bow of my father had given me. I left home to come to Asagao rather than to Amariris again. My dad's working himself to the bone just to let me stay here because my mom is no longer with us. For a long time, my dream was to just have friends. It sounded so sad, pathetic almost.
Hey.
You know, that dream has already come true. You have friends. I gave him a look. I'm serious. Look around you. The normal Boots Club, if they've been mixed up, are your friends. And even if you can't count them, you got me and mine now. We're your friends. We got your back. Yeah! Friendship for days! Maybe a couple days, because it's 2 people. But friendship for days! Or forever. Forever. It's forever, right? Pretty sure it's forever. Looks like you'll have to find something else to dream about now. I stared at him, and suddenly... Why are you crying? Did you say something wrong? I think we're crying because we're happy. No, I'm just... You're right. Happy. Yeah, it's happy. It's happy cries. It's good cries. Hug the girl, damn it! Slow smile spread across Satch's face and he put an arm around me. Close enough! I'll take it! I leaned my head into his shoulder and cried. Just cried. You guys are my friends. How'd I get so lucky? It's because of who you are as a person, Hana. It wasn't my random chance. That's not how people work. You think we're something special? You must be too. But... Nice pat at the top of my head. There, Hana. You're okay. You're alright now. Aw. Chapter 4? Oh god, what happens now? He's all shocked in the image. I returned to my room that evening, awash in a happy peacefulness I hadn't felt in years. For the first time, I felt like I belonged somewhere, with people I could trust. For the first time, I had a sense of freedom. From here, I could be anything I wanted to be. I decided to discover my dream. How to do that? Video games! No, that's not a solution. Unless your dream is to be a Let's Player on YouTube, like one that actually makes a living on it, then maybe get started now. I don't know. I pushed open the door, expecting to find Mai waiting to pour questions down my throat, but to my surprise, the room was empty. A book sat open on her desk, some pencils next to it. She must have gone to the bathroom or something. I went over the book on her desk, unable to hide my curiosity about what she was doing. My heart stopped. This book. I lifted off the cover and it appeared at the spine. The History of Seduction. It's one of the books that went missing at the library. What was Mai doing with it? It didn't make any sense. Someone must have brought it over and left it here. There was no way Mai would... Hana, you're back! Hi, Mai! How you doing? How you doing? I jumped nearly a foot into the air, and suddenly eye to eye with Mai. Then I crossed to my backpack and opened it, packing my notes away as if nothing happened.
Hey, what's up?
You okay? Mm-hmm. I nodded, my face on fire. Make eye contact, don't make eye contact. God damn, did you and Satch make out or something? Why? Of course not, we just studied well.
Really?
Really? Is that it? She gave me the stink eye and I began to alphabetize my notes. Yep. Totally. Didn't have the sex or the ice cream or the making out or the emotional thing or nothing. Didn't have it. Didn't happen. Oh, man. What's the point of living through you if you're not going to give me all the juicy details? Sorry to disappoint, but I can't give details that don't exist. She crossed her arms grumpily. You say so. As she turned away, her eyes fell across the book on her desk. She started, but smoothly crossed over to it, closed it, and put it in her desk drawer. If you're not going to reveal your secrets, I'm going to bed. She sniffed haughtily. I should get ready too. I'll shower first. Aw, man! Why don't we let her shower first then, or something? I don't know. Or is she going, aw, man, the fact that we're just going to bed or something. I grabbed my shower things and towel, put on some flip-flops, and was out the door. Only then was I able to breathe normally. I should hurry or Mai will get even more suspicious. Oh. We weren't actually going to shower, were we? We were going to go do the thing at the school and just eyeball the thing. I don't know. We were gonna be snooping, weren't we? As her snores filled the air, I quietly tiptoed out of bed and headed to her desk. I feel my bladder expanding a little bit too much. I better wrap this up soon. She slept on the top bunk facing outwards. If I made any noise, she'd definitely wake up and see me going through her stuff. This was a huge breach of her privacy. Then, did she really deserve to keep her privacy if she was stealing library books and putting Satch in danger? Do we really have every right to suspect her of that? Maybe she was getting it from some... Oh, no. This is bad. She has probable cause for this. I think that's it. Like, she has no alibi for this, basically. Mai has no alibi for stealing stuff. I hovered over her desk. Suddenly, I couldn't remember which drawer she put that book in. The obvious choice was the locked drawer. If she locked it, then when I tried to open it, she'd probably hear it. Where should I look? I'm gonna save on the assumption I should probably... Oh boy. It's probably through the regular drawers, but... Maybe her backpack... I don't know. If I get caught on one, I'll go through the other one. Open up a few of the regular desk drawers, rifling through what at first appears to be a pile of miscellaneous junk. Wait a second. Reached into her desk and pulled out the small frog eraser Satch gave me just a few hours ago. I stared at it dumbfounded, then whirled around to check my desk. Sure enough, my pencil was bare. I replaced the frog on my pencil and shoved it down to the very bottom of my backpack. Then I returned to Mai's drawers, going through the things more carefully this time around. There's so much random crap here. Pencil toppers, pen caps, little things that one wouldn't miss or just assume had dropped off somewhere. Satch's frog was a bit different because I would definitely be upset if I lost it, but at the very bottom of the slush pile was a small white board. I pulled it out. Hana, I owe you $10. 511. Oh, the day I paid for her dinner. She said she would pay me back, she even wrote it down. Maybe I was being too harsh. Mai gave a loud snore as I jumped, nearly dropping what I was holding. Heart pounding, I quickly returned to its proper place, set things back to about what I thought they were before I started messing around, and slowly crawled into bed. Didn't matter that she hadn't actually woken up, at least as far as I could tell. My heart pounded as though she came after me with a knife. It took me forever to fall asleep. The guilt I felt for snooping through Mai's things made a terrible bedfellow. Well, I didn't make any headway on it, but maybe soon? Maybe it'll work itself out. I don't know. That morning I got up nearly an hour before I usually did. Hardly got any sleep that night, so there was no point in laying in bed staring at the ceiling. That was what I told myself as I quickly dressed, grabbed my bag, and ran outside. I told myself that, but I knew deep down that was a lie. I didn't want to talk to Mai. Didn't even want to look at her. Didn't know that I could, now that I'm giving something away. Didn't know which was worse, that I broke her trust, or that now I knew she was probably guilty. With the stack of books in her locker and the one on her desk, what other conclusion was I supposed to come to? How could she do this to Satch, after all he did for us? Please tell me this ending isn't going to be with me betraying her. Come on. I don't want to know. I walked around campus, kicking the early morning dew out of the grass. More importantly, what was I going to do about it? Should I tell Satch? Should I talk to Mai? Is it even any of my business anymore? I had kleptomania, an illness. A mental illness, still an illness. I don't even think that's a mental... Well, maybe... I don't know what that qualifies as. I'm not a doctor. I'm no mental physician. I'm no shrink. I didn't know what that really meant, or what she was struggling with. You could at least really just decide she was a bad person, that she cared more about herself than the fact that she was hurting Satch. Mai had shown me over the past 2 months who she was as a person. I knew better than to assume she was just doing this out of spite. I should give her the benefit of the doubt. At the very least, she deserved that from me.
Good morning.
Hana! Hi.
What's going on?
What are you doing here so early? Thoughts? Really? Just thoughts? I need to go buy some knitting needles, bye! I sprinted in the opposite direction, paying no heed to where I was going. Hana, wait! Satch's voice faded into the distance as I ran, and ran, and ran, and ran, and ran into the sunset, which I exploded into fire or something, I don't know. By the time I stopped, I reached the field. I collapsed to the ground. I hate exercise. I glanced up in the sky. The sun was peeking over the tops of the trees in the distance. There was no way I was getting to class on time, not after running all the way here. Sighing, I made my way back to the school. There goes Hana Mizuno, smooth operator. Smooth. That's why. Shizuka paused as I bedraggled? I don't know how to pronounce that. Stepped into the classroom. I hesitated in the doorway, waiting to be interrogated, but to my surprise, she just gave me a sad kind of smile and nodded at my seat. I quickly sat, marveling at the ease with which I escaped a burning at the stake. Something was definitely up with Miss Shizuka. What? And what would be up? Did she forget her morning crack this morning? Whatever. Thankfully, considering class was already in session and I only narrowly avoided trouble, Mai didn't question me about my whereabouts. I was able to finish class without locking eyes with her a single time. Don't know if that's a good thing. At lunch, I headed straight to the library and began pulling out books. I wanted facts, straight up facts, about what kleptomania was and how it affected people. Maybe how to treat it? That's a thing, like cold turkey? That's probably not a thing you can do. Internet access was severely restricted at Asagao. As if we all had parents who thought the internet was filled with pedophiles, catfishers, and porn. About 10% of it. Okay, maybe 25. The rest is pretty damn cool stuff. At least from what I've seen. Maybe I'm only seeing like 10% of it. That 10%'s pretty wide though. I'm just saying. So books were my only means of figuring things out. As I sifted through the thick books on the table, a sick feeling hit my stomach. Impulse control disorder, often accompanying depression or obsessive-compulsive disorder, a way of managing emotional stress or anxiety. Sufferers often do not wish to steal and will steal the same types of items repeatedly. Often items of little value to the owner, such as pens, paperclips, erasers. Sufferers should learn their triggers and how to avoid the stress and anxiety that provokes these impulses. Feel intense guilt and shame, are often unable to tell friends or family, and have large periods of regression without theft, may give away stolen items to charity, friends, or family, or even return the items to their original place. Don't often use what they steal, as the thefts are not driven by necessity, but by an emotional high. Feel as if they can't control their behavior, often having difficulty maintaining intimate relationships out of fear or shame. Didn't seem to be a disorder with much concrete information on it, as those with it often tell their doctors they had it. As such, at least in the books I was reading, there was hardly anything about how to approach a loved one suffering from such a disorder. One thing stood out to me, though. Mai didn't necessarily want to be stealing things. She felt guilty. She felt ashamed. Thinking back to when she told me about her kleptomania, she was terrified. Absolutely terrified that I wouldn't accept her. I would no longer want to be her friend, that I would vilify her. Crap. I'm starting to think maybe part of the stress that was built up from it, maybe because she is a kleptomaniac and she's afraid of other people accepting that, or not accepting it. So we have a little loop-de-loop thing, where she's a klepto, she's afraid, but she's stressed, and because of that she steals. But she wouldn't, I don't know where I'm going. It's a big loop mess thing. Yeah, Satch was in trouble because of what Mai was doing. But that didn't make Mai a bad person. This was her fault. This was her responsibility, but someone could do bad things and still be a good person. And Feng Shui, say Feng Shui! Call yourselves friends? I can't believe you! Any of you! I thought you were better than this!
You're my best friend, Hana.
I just want you to think this through. I don't like seeing people take advantage of my friends, people I care about. Well, it's okay. We're all cowards sometimes. I was not a bad person. I returned to class without having eaten and found a seaweed-wrapped rice ball waiting for me. As I sat down, I looked around for who put it there. Mai grinned at me. Knowing what I did about her, how was I going to confront her? I didn't want to make her feel bad, but what she was doing wasn't right. Did I just go up to her and accuse her, or... Miss Shizuka came into the room, practically floating off her feet. Class, sometimes miracles do happen. Sometimes you find what you want in exactly the place you least expected. At the time, you finally decide to stop looking. Looks are important, but personality. Personality is what gives humans life. Depth. Meaning. You found someone to... I was about to say something that alluded to sex, but then I forgot it halfway through. Learn from my example. Please take 10 minutes to doodle and color in your notebooks. I'll be doing the same. What? Mai leaned over to me. She's definitely getting laid. Yep! Yep! Someone fiddled your diddle! Or you fiddled someone's diddle. I don't know. Oh no, she's right, let her be. Great! Great! Totally wanted to deal with that kind of teacher. I opened my notebook and instead of doodling, started scrawling out different potential combos for Dumby Doom's revenge. There was only a week and some change until the tournament next Saturday. I spent so much time worrying about Satch in the books that I hardly practiced at all. Not that I knew who did it. Now that I know who did it, it was time to catch up. I spent half that time wondering what to do about Mai and half stargazing. Before I knew it, the bell rang. Shizuka stood and closed her notebook, which was covered in red and pink hearts, stick figures holding hands and hugging, and Miss Shizuka... something. Ta-ta, my lovelies! How about you don't get laid? How about you get laid more often before you go into class? That'd be great. Maybe we just have an easy time in class. You skipped out of the room, happy as a bunny with a carrot. Well, that she's happy. Yeah, where were you off to? Where were you this morning and at lunch? Meeting up with Satch again? No, of course not. This is going to be an awkward scenario, isn't it? Gathered our things and left the room. As we walked, my chest tensed. I was hypothesizing about Shizuka's newest relationship, wondering whether things would end badly again, or whether she found a toad who finally treated her well. I glanced around us as we walked, hoping to avoid...
Hana.
Him, I guess. I jumped. Satch, somewhere behind us, waved a hand in the air and called out my name. I grabbed Mai's hand and walked faster, skipping out onto the campus. Well... shit. Hana, aren't you going to talk to Satch? Not yet, no. So, something's wrong? I'd rather not talk about it here. Mai grew quiet as her wrist fell limp in my hand. Led her into Primrose house into our dorm. She watched me unlock the door and step through as if on death row. I closed the door behind us and opened my mouth. I'm gonna save here. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm happy enough saving it there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you to T-Cower, Shro, and Leviel for supporting me on Patreon this month. You can get the game yourself in the description if you want. Get a little bit further than I did. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!